Hello everybody and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. Today we are continuing our investigation in Kurain of Inga Kirkle Kurain's murder. Let's begin. Hi Phoenix, yeah we're Phoenix right now, only for this part though. May 18th, Temple. Maya passed out right after we found her in the tomb. What do I have? I just have my attorney's badge, my all-important badge, proof of my profession. Tracy Wright, an aspiring master magician, and my daughter. I adopted her 9 years ago. Athena Sykes, age 19. The newest lawyer at my office with a background in psychology. Apollo Justice, age 24. A reliable subordinate at my office, serious and hot-blooded with vocal cords made of steel. Nayuda Sadmati, age 25. A Chinese prosecutor and monk. He's also known as the last rights prosecutor. Dirk Sadmati, age 45, leader of the Defiant Dragons and Apollo's adoptive father. That's Arabal, age 46, the Defiant Dragons' XO and Dirk's right-hand man. He will laugh at just about anything. Emma Sky, age 27, detective with a love of science, since she's finally achieved her dream of becoming a forensic investigator. Miles Edgeworth, age 35, the district's chief prosecutor and my childhood friend. We used to go head-to-head back in his courtroom days. Maya Fey, age 28, a practitioner of the crime channeling technique. We used to take on all sorts of cases together. Inga Kurval Kurain, age 46, Kurain's Minister of Justice. He was killed during the hostage exchange. Rafa Padma Kurain, age 14, a Kurainist priestess and crown prince of Kurain. Her divination seances show the last moments of the dead. Garan Sigatar Kurain, age 43, the Queen of Kurain. They say she possesses immense power as a spirit medium. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open. She's been out cold ever since. We haven't been able to get a word out of her. The doctor said it's just exhaustion, but I can't help but worry. What is it, Wright? Are you alright? Yeah, just thinking is all. I'm glad you're here, Edgeworth. We wouldn't have gotten the permissions we have without you. Well, I didn't come all the way to Kurain to be useless. Speaking of the investigation, I received a few things from Detective Sky. These should prove to be useful to us all as well. Inga's autopsy report added to the court record. Stabbed from behind. Cause of death is blood loss. Time of death is approximately 3 p.m. Tomb diagram added to the court record. The diagram of the crime scene, Amara's sarcophagus, is the very center of the room. Tomb crime photo. Yeah, it's just stuff we already saw with Apollo. I can't thank you enough, Edgeworth. Honestly, I'd have been so lost without him these past few days. Who's this? Huh? You there, the bald-headed lawyer, Phoenix Wright! You're from the Grand Royal Guard, right? I am Lockheed, Royal Guard member, and Her Eminence's shoulder rubber. That's very specific. And what does the Royal What does the Royal Shoulder Rubber want with me? Wait, come to think of it, my shoulders are a bit Don't be absurd! I'm here for one purpose only. I am to bring you before Her Eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Kurain. Will you comply? The Queen? What could she want with me? And why does he have to shout like that? I can't fathom why Queen Garan would summon you, but I advise you to accept Her Eminence's gracious invitation. Royal Shoulder Rubber Lackey, was it? May I join Mr. Wright in his audience with the Queen? The name's Lackey! L-A-H apostrophe K-E-A! And I praise the omnipotent Queen Garan! For she has already foreseen and approved your request, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. You are both to come with me! You mean to say Queen Garan sees our every move? Yes, indeed! Her Eminence's spiritual power is immense! She can even see what's going on thousands of miles away! Right. I fear I'll lose my hearing next if we don't hurry. Yeah, me too. Why would the Queen herself summon me personally? What could she possibly be up to? So, you'd been here all this time. I wondered where you had gone. Don't tell me you missed me, Edgeworth. As if. The courts have been so peaceful without you around. You make it sound like I leave legal devastation in my wake. Well, don't you? Well, Wright. What do you intend to do now? I was thinking. I want to help Apollo win this case. So why don't we try to gather whatever information we can? You're quite the considerate boss. Well, I kind of forced him to take care of the office in my absence, so it's the least I can do. Hey, Edgeworth, I'm a lawyer. Still at it, I see. I guess borders mean little in the face of your incurable habit. Well, I heard you used to present evidence left and right during your investigations, too. That was a long time ago. Besides, who did you hear that from? Oh, I have my sources. Oh, well, tell your sources that I look forward to his next salary review. Gumshoe mention! Gumshoe, I miss Gumshoe. May 18th, Garan Palace. Audience Chamber. Hi, guys! Why? I guess because there's just a bunch of models. Yeah, because as soon as those guys left, we weren't on screen. Ah, the barbed-head lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Thank you. This place is still as magnificent as last time. We have heard much about you, Barbed One. It seems your bluffs and tomfoolery lend to leave our court devastated in their wake. Hey, is that what people have been saying about me? Right. Where are your manners? Your Eminence, I'm both humbled and delighted to be in your presence. I've already met her, Edgeworth. Why do I call him Apollo? It's because he's red. Oh, Your Eminence, glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well. It is alright. There is no need to keep your head bowed all day. Yes, Your Eminence. Rafa's not looking too good. I guess even she can't just bounce back from her father's murder. So, what can I do for you, Your Eminence? We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand. Perfect, because I have a few questions of my own. Wait, before that, first, I gotta present my badge to you. Please take a look at this. That reminds us of when Dirk was still practicing law. So, you see that lawyers in your country also present evidence. Simply to gauge the other party's reaction when all else has failed. Do not presume to use such simplistic methods upon us. Sorry. Did not mean to press that. We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So it is that we summoned you here to further elucidate the situation. Is it true that our husband Inga had been seeking the Founder's Orb? That's right. He wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey. Insolent fool! Katonk. Ow! That is a lie! A lie, I say! Father would have never done such a thing! But he did abduct Maya. That much is— I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense! You will pay for this, you! Katonk. Are you hitting me? Ow! Please, your benevolence! That is quite enough, Ava. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing. Huh? We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power. And with it, he intended to usurp the throne. Mother? What do you mean, Your Eminence? Inga was planning a coup, for he was dissatisfied with the current administration, and his secret police was the primary instrument of his treason. The secret police? They came up during the High Priest's murder trial, too. An elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice. In this case, Inga. The man who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was a member of that group. Indeed, Inga turned that once proud force into his own private army, and he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us. So, Your Eminence, had no control over them. As much as it shames us to admit it, Karain is not the unified realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you have had to witness the dirty underbelly of our kingdom. How could Father? But know that Inga could not have become king simply through assassination. For in Karain, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne. I see. That explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb. Barbed one. Do you recall the man known as Peace Lubin and Stanton? What about him? He, too, was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had bought his loyalty, ordered the man to steal the orb and covered up the theft. And then, he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buff to study. It's all coming together. Dirk the criminal. The capture of the infamous villain Dirk Sadbadi. It may prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. Now, perhaps, the kingdom may return to the peace it once knew. Oh, what a joyous day. Hail to Her Eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Karain! Her Eminence's spiritual power invoked the blessing straight from the Holy Mother! I could see how her cronies would be elated to the prospect. But the Queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered. Can y'all leave the screen, please? Thank you. You're slowing down my game. Father! Rifa, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. About that incident that occurred 23 years ago. The one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara. Yes, he set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive. Murdered by arson. Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime. But that event also set the stage for you to become queen. What did you do before you were crowned queen, Your Eminence? As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions, the longest of which was as the previous Minister of Justice. It was in that position that we were best able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara. Interesting. That's her husband's position, or at least it was. And when you ascended to the throne, you passed the Defense Culpability Act? Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Culpability Act, Your Eminence? The assassination of our dear sister, Amara. When the infamous villain Dirk Sadmani was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer. That's right. Dirk used to be a lawyer. Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people. But he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case. I see. But when the truth of his fabrications in the assassination of the Queen came to light, the people were devastated, and trust in the legal system plummeted. Now, why does that sound so familiar? Yeah, I wondered. I wonder. In Korean, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That is why the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss. So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? But that law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused. We see how you could take issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself have shown. Well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there's the possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted. So long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there need be fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you agree? Perfect prosecutors and their perfect trials, huh? Let's not get started down this path. Furthermore, here in Korean we have the divination seance. And so it is we no longer need lawyers, for the dead do not lie. Well, in the short time I've been here, I've beaten back false charges twice. And I've found that cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So yes, I do take issue with the Defense Culpability Act, to say the least. Such relentless rhetoric. Your reputation precedes you, barbed one. It feels as if we ourselves were being cross-examined. Oh, no, that wasn't my intention. It is true that some feel that the Defense Culpability Act is a necessary evil at best. But it is a small sacrifice upon which the peace of our kingdom has been forged. If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure! The fact is that following its passage, the crime rate here in Korean dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act. Really? Not at all. Right, why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law, after all. Yeah. About the Founder's Soul that was to be exchanged for the hostage. It went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that? It's missing? I'm sure Dirk had it when he went to the tomb. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence. In that case, then perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there is the matter of that horned youth you were with. Oh, must mean Apollo. From his odd hairstyle, we maybe assume him to be a relative. Perhaps your younger brother. Oh, no. You've got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son. Well, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood. Dirk's. Royal Guard. Your Eminence! What's she whispering in that one guy's ear? Phoenix, why would you tell her this? Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now. Yes, Your Eminence. We'll be on our way. Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so maybe we should go speak with the locals over at the bazaar. Please, let me leave this fuck-ass place. It's so slow. It's so slow here. Okay. Yay. May 18th, crying. Bazaar. What? Was that a lion? Oh, that caught me by surprise too when I first heard it. It's the cry of a local bird known as the warbod. A bird? That sounds like that? Sounds more like a beast than a bird, if you ask me. It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff. Yes, well, can't say I've heard one quite like that before. Oh, it's more than unusual. It's endangered. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. If it's so rare, then what's one doing here in the middle of the bazaar? You got me. Maybe it's got something to do with it being their national bird. Ah! Was that a gunshot? Stalia PW! What was that, Dads? What are you doing, sir? The Defiant Dragon's newest weapon, I call these puppies Dragon Snot Snaps. Uh-huh. And do you need those? Why? Because our hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking and stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. But on account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough like. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. You could say that again. I mean, what with the High Priest's fake murder/suicide? People are calling it the DCA tragedy, and it's causing a real public uproar. Hopefully this means Terest's death won't be in vain after all. So, how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help to you guys anyway? Simple. First I supply them to our fellow rebels. Then we use them as a diversion when we need to shake Iran's goons. Huh? Like this. Whoa! Will you cut that out? I'm not with the regime and I'm not chasing you. Your reaction, that was priceless, BW! Guess I started that warbod too. It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. You there. You there? You are one of those insurgents, are you not? Yikes! Take that! Eek! And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought. Barbed Head! Your benevolence. What can I do for you? I wanted to speak with you about what my mother said.
I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup.
Well, I can understand why you'd feel like that, but...
It was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him.
And how do you know that?
I just do, because the Holy Mother guides me. And as the royal priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see.
Maybe this is just how Rafa expresses her sense of duty.
You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you, and bestow upon you the royal priestess's wisdom.
That's the best news I've heard all day, Your Benevolence. No one would dare get in our way with Rafa by our side. We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth? As you wish, Wright.
Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is, if it is the last thing I do.
Could it be? Is the reason she's so defensive about Inga because she's a daddy's girl?
Barbhead, let us not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now, follow me.
Wait, she's sure in a hurry. Right, the minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to his murder as well. Yeah, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. Rafa's awfully fired up. I just hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair. Oh, fuck. Okay. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to see. Royal residence. May 18th. Garan Palace. Royal residence. Now, if we could figure out which of those buildings houses Inga's private quarters, that's where we'll find Rafa. There are footprints coming from this residence. Too bad they just kinda end. I wonder who made them and where they went. This overturned urn spilled its water all over the place. It was already knocked over when we got here earlier this afternoon, so... We can rule out Athena at least. Right. What does it say about you if your first suspect is real insubordinate? Now that's what I call an extravagant exterior. Is this where Inga's private quarters are? Watch your step, right? That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere. Yeah, the ground's soaked. I wonder who did this. I think someone's in there.
Father...
Is that Prince Rafa?
There were still so many things I wish to tell you.
She always puts on such a brave face. But hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of Trucy.
Father...
Princess Rafa? Are you in there?
Just a moment. I'll be right out. I see you're finally here. Well, let us commence our investigation, shall we?
Your Benevolence. Maybe you should rest for a minute first.
You were eavesdropping on me, weren't you?
No, I mean, yes, sorry. I couldn't help overhearing. It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything.
You stupid barbed head!
Ouch! You could have feigned ignorance. It's as if your brain-to-mouth filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom. I'm not that bad, Edgeworth.
Anyway, what took you so long? I thought you would never get here. You have a lot of nerve keeping the crown princess waiting.
Oh, sorry?
This was my father's residence. I have already unlocked it so you can go right in. Oh, and be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there.
A dingbat dog?
That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth.
I wonder how it got in this area. Do you know what it looked like?
I have better things to do than to memorize what some stray dog looks like. Anyway, it is not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we?
I really hope she's alright. Anything new? No. May 18th. Garan Palace. Inga's private quarters. I'm gonna save again. Hi, Phoenix. What a mess. You can definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. Phoenix, that's sexist. I guess Inga and I had at least that much in common.
Bah, this staff keeps getting in the way. Nana. Oh.
Huh? Where's Nana? Normally... She comes running whenever Rafa calls.
That's right. Nana is...
Nana is... what?
Oh, well. You, barbed head, come hold this staff for me.
Why me?
Just take it. It's too heavy and I am tired of holding it.
Why does Nana put up with this day in and day out? I'll just set it over here for now. Look, it's my badge.
Remove that vile badge from my sights. If you insist on tormenting me, I will take matters into my own hand.
Hey, don't bite it!
It's not much harder than I thought.
What did you think it's made of?
Barbed head. I, the royal priestess of Kurain, shall share my thoughts on the abduction.
You will?
Listen carefully, for such opportunities do not come often.
Yes, of course. We'd be grateful to hear anything you'd like to share.
My father was very likely seeking to obtain the Founder's Orb, but it was not for the purposes of a coup d'etat. It was all for my sake.
For your sake?
The Founder's Orb is capable of bestowing great spiritual power. My father truly believed that. And he wanted that power to be mine. I haven't finished my training and I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me.
Right, I see.
Well, do you understand why he did it now?
I do, but it doesn't change the fact that Minister Inga was a kidnapper.
Ah!
But I guess you don't believe he is, do you?
New information is sure to surface upon further investigation. Suffice to say, he did this all for me. End of story.
Was he really trying to obtain the orb for Rafa? Somehow, I doubt it. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Rafa will be performing the divination seance tomorrow. I should probably ask her about that. Your Benevolence, I noticed Nana isn't with you today.
I know not where she has gone. I have not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling out to her, but she went off somewhere again.
A little after 2. That's about an hour before the murder.
Indeed. Of all the times for this to happen, she normally comes to me the moment I call her name.
I know it's hard to believe, but even nannies have lives, you know. Your inability to find her after the murder is quite alarming. I wonder if her absence is related to today's incident somehow.
Do you think she was unwittingly caught up in them?
Who knows? At the very least, I don't think she was at the scene of the crime.
Nana, I hope she is alright.
Rafa seems really worried for Nana. I take it you'll be conducting tomorrow's divination seance.
Who else if not I?
Good point. The thing is, divination seances are all about what victims experienced in their final moments. So, tomorrow, Rafa will experience her own father's death, exactly as it happened. That's more than anyone should ever have to deal with. Do you really have to go through with the seance tomorrow? There's really no one else? What about just calling the whole thing off?
It's not as if I'm doing this because I want to.
No?
Never mind. I misspoke. The divination seance is a very important duty of the royal priestess. And it is one I intend to fulfill.
There's that word. Duty.
Your Benevolence. As Crown Princess, you are destined to rule this kingdom one day. That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how you keep your people happy, and what is true and what is false. And most importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I am even up to the task.
Performing the divination seance is very important for a priestess. But duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be a weight too heavy for her to bear? Your Benevolence, has Nana served you long?
Yes, she has been at my beck and call for as long as I can remember. I have heard she even cared for me as an infant, right down to changing my diapers.
Your diapers? It almost sounds like she could be your mother.
Indeed, but that is a simple fact of life when your mother is busy being queen. Nana takes care of my every need. She is my teacher in all things as well.
Rafa's pool of knowledge seems rather lopsided in some respects. Could that be the result of Nana's teachings?
Nana, could it be that my trusted attendant has come to dislike me? Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be back.
Yes. I suppose Nana will never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I will do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage.
And yet, I can't shake the feeling that Nana's connected to this case in some way. Okay, now we investigate. So much shit in this room. His desk is crammed full of documents. may appear to be paperwork for executions. Also, I really like Edgeworth and Phoenix investigating together. It's so fun. The closest we got to this in, before, at least in the trilogy, in the Phoenix Wright trilogy, is Bridge to the Turnabout, but even then, he wasn't with us for long. And this part is relatively short too, compared to other parts in this game, other investigation segments, but still. A whole part of Phoenix and Edgeworth. But for this many cases, indeed, something is rotten in the kingdom of Wright. This one dates back to 5 years ago. Something tells me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork. Come on, video game. What's this? Jesu the Bell? Never thought I'd see this brand again. It appears to be a sample of some sort of spray-on hair color. Color, jet black. I wonder if Inga was going grey. Here, Edgeworth, maybe you can use it. I like my natural hair color just fine, thank you very much. There are some muddy shoe prints here. Come to think of it. There was some spilled water by the entrance. Somebody must have stepped in it before coming in here. They're already dry. That means they're at least several hours old.
Then someone must have been in here today in the early afternoon. For our servants clean this room each day. Here in Wright, we have a saying, leave not today's untidiness to the morrow.
Mine is, why clean up today what you can leave for tomorrow? This is most likely a special ink pad for the Justice Minister's stamp. His insignia is carved big and bold right on the lid. Talk about overkill. Did he really have to mark everything he owned? It's a syringe and a vial.
Those were for my father's back pain. He said it really helped when the pain was particularly unbearable.
It was that bad, huh? He must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back then.
Yes, my father said his back pain could knock him off his feet.
I know the feeling. I've experienced some pretty severe back pain of my own.
Well, we can't have you throwing your back out in court, so why don't you take a vial?
That's actually really nice. Wow. Oh, no thanks. I hear your body builds up a tolerance to that sort of thing. Also, that's hardly a prescription. Painkiller shots ninja'd into your pocket. Oh my god. Painkiller shots. The medication Inga used for his back pain, said to make the pain disappear.
I thought you didn't want them.
I'm going straight to a chiropractor as soon as I get home. Is there anything on the down? No. This chair looks like it was modeled after Inga's suit jacket. The backrest even has those fancy buttons of his. I imagine they make the chair awfully uncomfortable to sit on.
Actually, they serve to massage the pressure points on his back. My father suffered from terrible back pain, you see.
I wonder if it really works. Anything up here? That's one luxurious and comfy-looking bed. I've slept on nothing but hard floors since coming to Wright. That cannot be good for your back specifically, Phoenix. Can't wait to sleep in a nice, soft bed again.
Then take it. It's yours if you wish. We'll have to clean this room out anyway. now that my father's gone.
But don't you want to keep these things as a memento of your father? Besides, I don't need a spirit haunting me late at night.
Do you suppose if I slept on it, I could see my father once more?
Princess Rafa, I honestly don't know how to answer that. Wow, that's one gaudy sculpture.
My father sculpted it himself from a block of solid gold.
Why does it not surprise me that he was also a narcissist? It's pretty detailed. He even included that personal stamp of his. Hey, that stamp's a little loose. Ah! Look, there's a secret safe inside.
Oh my! To think such a thing was here all this time!
Rats. Looks like we'll need the combination to get in. We can't open this without the combination, but I doubt Princess Rafa would know it. Well, if we can't open it, we can't open it. For now, let's continue our investigation, and come back to this dilemma later. Is there anything else to investigate? This. Okay, I can't... There. This notepad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see. Inga's notes. Nana, purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. Dirk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Phoenix Wright, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. That's strange. These appear to be notes detailing people's most prominent characteristics. Hey, there's even some stuff about me in here. What does he... No. Okay. Why would he bother doing this?
I'm afraid even I can't answer that.
Whatever the reason, it's giving me a case of the heebie-jeebies. It's as though he was taking down descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of, anyway.
What a brilliant deduction! One fitting of a prosecutor such as yourself. I commend you.
That's high praise coming from you, Your Benevolence. Edgeworth's right. They do look like dictation notes, but I don't know. I mean, why bother describing Nana, who we must have seen every day? Inga's notepad added to the court record. A notepad used by Inga. People's characteristics are written inside. I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any ideas what the combination might be, Your Benevolence?
None whatsoever.
It looks like a 4-digit combo lock, so maybe it's a date. But it's probably not anything that would be easy to guess. Well, let's try some dates and see what happens. I wonder what date Inga would use as a combination. When's your birthday, Your Benevolence?
You are wasting your time. It could not possibly be my birthday.
Aw, come on, it's worth a shot.
Fine. It's December 24th.
Christmas Eve. Oh, okay. Christmas Eve? Well, let's give it a try. 1, 2, 2, 4. Ah! It opened.
It did?
Yep. It looks like the bottom safe was fake. Something meant to mislead would be thieves, no doubt. Still, it was rendered quite ineffective by his use of such an easily guessed combination.
Why, Father? Why my birthday?
Okay, let's see what's in here. This looks like a letter or something. Let's see. Dear Father, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind and I love you very much. I hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Rafa.
I wrote this to my father when I was 8 years old. Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid?
There are some other papers in here. Ah! Quran assassination plan. Once I poison the queen, the throne will be mine. The spiritual power I obtained from the treasure will back up my claim. In the meantime, the secret police are to keep a close watch on Quran. This is the plan for his coup d'etat.
What? Give me that! I don't understand.
It seems Justice Minister Inga was plotting the assassination of the Queen.
This can't be true. Father would never harm Mother.
Poor Rafa. This has come as a terrible shock. What's this? There's a photo in here, too. It's of a woman and a baby. I wonder who they are. On the far left, there's a law book with the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it.
Wait! That's...
Your benevolence?
How can this be?
Thud. Princess Rafa! She's looking incredibly pale. Your benevolence? Are you alright?
Alright? How can I be alright?
Huh?
All that I have believed, it was all lies.
I'm afraid I don't follow. What the heck's she talking about? Can I ask who the woman is in this picture?
How should I know? It seems I didn't know anything that was going on.
Doesn't look like I'm going to get much more out of her while she's like this. Woman's photo added to the court record. The picture from Inga's safe shows a woman, a baby, and a law book that has a mark branded on it.
Mother?
Huh?
I must ask my mother about the secret she is hiding.
What secret?
I must go. Goodbye.
Wait! What was that all about? It's like her mind was off somewhere else. It appears this photo really upset her. I wonder who the lady in this picture is. Stop! Shadow! Come back here! Wait, that sounds like I'll be in Shadow. That's odd. Commoners aren't normally allowed in this area. I wonder what's afoot. Can I talk to you now, Edgeworth? Nope. Why is my controller just not working anymore? What the fuck, man? I hate how this happens. May 18th. Grand Palace. Royal Residence. Nope, still nothing. Okay. No. Ah, Edgeworth. I hope one of you has a good explanation for this. I'm so sorry. Hi, Albie.
No, Shadow. Bad dog. Leave the man's really thing but you're grown.
If you would kindly detach your dog from my cravat.
Right away, sir. Just hold still and...
And? Stop pulling like that. You only stretch the fabric.
Come on, Shadow. Let go of his cravachimacillet. Cravachimacotlet. This isn't working. I'll just have to pull harder then. 1, 2... Wait, what are you? 3... Come on!
No. I need air. The fuck was that noise? Were you trying to kill me?
I'm really sorry, mister. My dog has a habit of attacking frilly things like that.
Maybe for his sake, he should stick to more traditional targets like cars or his tail.
What's worse, he snuck in here again today and stole some weird-looking hat. I don't know what to do anymore. Bad dog, you're a very bad dog.
Wait a second, I've seen that hat before. Hey, Albie.
Oh, that's an attorney's badge from your homeland, right? I've studied all about it. Allow me to explain. There's a reason my badge is shaped like a sunflower. You know why? You know sunflowers always turn to face the sun, the source of their well-being? Well, lawyers are like that. They will chase down after anything that will make them money.
What?
I guess people hate lawyers in your country too, huh?
Where did you get your information from again?
A proud Sermon Chief Prosecutor Ping gave in the middle of the bazaar the other day.
Well, lawyers already have about enough time here without his lies. Albie, could I see that hat again?
Sure!
Wait, isn't this... Isn't this Nina's hat? But I thought she disappeared.
Shadow swiped it from someone.
Albie, how exactly did Shadow get this?
Allow me to explain. It all started when we were on a walk through the bazaar today. When suddenly bats popped out of a manhole.
Ah!
Whoa!
The fangs of the Divine Dragons. That's our boss here. Say, you want to join our God's Kid?
Huh? Naturally, I was super startled by that weirdo's sudden appearance.
Back, dog of the Quran regime.
Huh?
But this is supposed to be what? Funny. It's supposed to say Albie.
Huh? But this is my dog, Shadow.
Define dragon secret weapon, dragon snot snaps. Achoo!
Whoa! Oof!
Oh man, the look on your face, that was classic.
The sudden bang of the firecracker spooked Shadow and he ran off into the crowds. Ah! Shadow, come back here!
That'll teach your Quran's lapdog.
You there! What do you think you're doing?
Ah! Not good.
That's when a policeman came running over and hauled Dats away. That happened right around 2 p.m. if I remember correctly.
I'm not even going to pretend I know what Dance was trying to do.
I chased right after Shadow and when I finally caught up to him, there was with him here in the palace courtyard, he had this in his mouth.
2 p.m., huh? And that's about an hour before the minister's death. Nana supposedly went missing after his murder. This would place her here at the palace at around 2. Albie's statement added to the court record. At around 2 p.m., Shadow was surprised by a firecracker, ran into the courtyard, and stole Nana's hat.
Actually, I just remembered I saw something pretty amazing around that time too.
At around 2 p.m., Albie's statement, around 2 p.m., Dad slipped out of a bizarre manhole, got yelled at by a dog in a warbod, and then threw a firecracker. The shock look on Albie's face had dots and stitches when the police came along and detained the rebel. The noise spooked Shadow, who ran off. When Albie caught up to him in the courtyard, Shadow had what looked to be Nana's hat. Oh. Nana, aged... Rafa's attendant. She disappeared all of a sudden after Minister Inga's death. Albie, your guide, age 9. When not undergoing monastic training, this plucky kid works as a tour guide. Notes. Case brief. Okay, it's the same thing. Something amazing. So, Albie, what was it you saw that was so amazing?
I saw Her Eminence Queen Garon channeling a spirit!
Is it really that big of a deal to see her channeling someone?
You bet it is! Commoners are never allowed to behold the sacred rite!
Oh? Can you tell me more?
Of course, I'm always happy to explain! I believe it was around 2:10 p.m. today. I got lost in the palace grounds while looking for Shadow. Ooh, what is this place? It gives me the creeps. Where could Shadow have gone? In my search, I took a peek into a small room and... that's when I saw Queen Garon. She was channeling a spirit for a neighboring kingdom's king. I saw it transform right before my eyes. I was so excited I had to take a picture of it.
You took a picture?
I know I shouldn't have. But I just couldn't help myself.
Between this and that in the treasure room, Albie's not exactly the picture of a self-restraint.
Her channeling right ended right after that, so I ran off before anyone could spot me.
You could have been arrested again, you know?
Yeah, I know. Anyway, here's a copy of the picture. Just don't tell anyone I was the one who took it.
I worry about his future sometimes. Channeling photo added to the court record. A picture taken at around 2 p.m. of the channeling rite. Come to think of it, how did you and Shadow get into the royal residence anyway? It's not open to commoners after all.
Allow me to explain. There's a way to get into the palace from the bazaar. It's a bit of a tight squeeze though. Shadow can easily fit, but anyone bigger than me is out of luck.
You don't say.
Yeah, part of the palace wall is damaged, and there's a hole I can just make it through.
Go on.
Bet you didn't know they have some really tasty food here.
Oh? Then this isn't your first time in here, huh? Trespassing is illegal, you know.
No, it's not like that. I didn't mean any harm. It's just, I want to help change this kingdom.
What do you mean?
Well, after Miss Faye's trial, I started thinking, like, maybe there was something I could do to help the revolution too.
Maya's trial, huh? That tragedy only happened because of how twisted Kurain's legal system has become. How utterly foolish to cast away one's life for such a reason. There must have been other ways to cover up the crime. Yet, had I done so, my wife would rush to my defense, and when the case went to trial, she would suffer the same fate as I under the Defense Culpability Act. I forgot the voice I gave him. I could not have lived with myself had she been convicted because of that fiendish man.
This cannot be. All I have done under the laws of our kingdom, it has all been...
The DC Act led to the false charges against Maya and the High Priest's suicide. But that trial also caused the public to start questioning the current state of things. And it seems even Albie has some pretty strong feelings on the matter.
I knew there had to be something I could do to help. That's when I remembered the hole in the palace wall and then started thinking. Maybe I could sneak in and take a picture of one of the royals up to no good. I just want to do my part.
The spirit of revolution seems to be catching on even with one so young. Right, the momentum is steadily building, and the tipping point is fast approaching. It's just a matter of when. I agree. And the public's perception of the Defiant Dragons seems to be changing too. But Albie? You can't go trespassing like that. Even if it's for a good cause, it's not right.
Okay, I won't do it again.
Phoenix, don't you trespass all the fucking time? Albie, is that really all you have to confess? You haven't been up to any other mischief? And when I say you, I mean Shadow.
Huh? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Nice try, Albie, but the proof is literally right in front of us. Albie, you wouldn't happen to know how this urn got knocked over, would you? Because her benevolence told me something rather interesting.
Be careful! Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there.
A dingbat dog?
That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth.
The dingbat dog she mentioned wouldn't happen to be Shadow, would it?
Oh... I guess the dog's out of the bag. Sorry I lied, but I was worried I'd get into trouble. I know I shouldn't lie to a lawyer like that.
No, it's not good to lie to anyone like that. So let's try to only tell the truth, okay, Albie?
Okay, Mr. Wright, I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. They had a really weird haircut, so I thought they might be friends of yours.
Really now, it seems your little friend thinks that all us Americans have strange haircuts. I suppose we have you to thank for that, right? So what exactly did their hair look like?
There was a guy with 2 crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like antenna. And then there was this lady with a long bunch of hair that looked like a big orange spider leg.
Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing?
They were racing through the bazaar with a Guarana Royal Guard in hot pursuit.
Wait, what? Why were they being pursued? I'm not sure, but I have my suspicions. I just hope they're alright.
Sorry for not mentioning it before. It just kind of slipped my mind.
It's okay, kid. To be continued. We're gonna catch back up with Apollo. Last time is Phoenix for quite some time. So it's not Phoenix. Okay. I think they must just have the graphic of just Apollo and make one for Phoenix. Alright, well, we will continue investigating. We'll be running away from the fucking Royal Guard with Apollo next time. Bye-bye!